Hey everyone, it's Adam. Now, if you're anything like me and have been a big Apple fan over the years, you probably have a bevy of Apple devices lying around the house. Some old iPhones, iPads, Macs, maybe even iPods, or other Apple devices. And you want to get rid of them and you want to see if you can make some money off of them. So in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Apple trade-in program. Now, you could sell some of your devices on the open market like eBay, Craigslist, or Gazelle, but I found that the Apple trade-in program is very convenient and very easy to use. You might not get top dollar for it, but you will get something to help recoup some of the costs that you originally paid for when you bought these devices. Now, I recently returned or traded in, or actually initiated a trade-in on my 2015 iPad Pro. It's the first generation iPad Pro, the 12.9 inch. And an iPhone 7 Plus that my parents had been using before they upgraded to more recent iPhones. And here's how you do it. So we're going to go over to the Apple trade-in website. So you can just search on any of your search browser, favorite browser of choice, Apple trade-in, and you'll come to this page here. And all you have to do is select the type of device that you want to trade in. So in this case, let's pretend we're trading in an iPhone. And we click this button, find your trade-in value. And what we'll do here is we'll say who made it, say Apple, and which model do you have. So you can scroll through all the ones that you can return. Some of them, they will not give you any money for. So if you say I have an iPhone 5, they'll say, oh, you'll just have to recycle your device. You can't trade it in for money. But let's say you have an iPhone, let's say iPhone 7 Plus. Which is what I was trading in. And then you can answer some questions. Everything is free of damage. And then you say you can get a $40 credit. And all you have to do is you can say, I want it to credit towards the purchase of these devices or trade in for a gift card, which is what I did. So I say select, and then you enter in some demographic information, and then Apple will send you an email with details on what to do. You need to wipe out the device, turn off activation lock and Find My, and then erase the device. Now, if you have something like an iPad that has a serial number that Apple wants to track, what you'll do is you'll click on this Find Your Trade-in Value here. You'll say Apple made the device, click this one, and then you'll be asked to enter your serial code. So where do you get your serial code? So let me show you how to do that. So in this example here, I'm using the iOS simulator because I don't want to show a real serial number from a real device, but you want to click on the Settings program. And then you'll want to go to General. Tap on General. I can tap Simulator. Then you want to tap on About. See if I can tap on About. And then down here will be the serial number. So you're going to copy and paste the serial number into this field and fill out the rest of the instructions about is your device free of damage, scratches, and whatnot. Does it still work? Does Face ID work or Touch ID work? And then you'll get that email from Apple explaining what you need to do next. So if you have like these really old devices, like say an iPod Touch, this one is like, I don't know, 3rd generation, 4th generation. Unfortunately, I can't return this for money. This is an iPhone 6s Plus, or even this iPod. This might be the 3rd generation, I think. Doesn't even have a camera on it. Front-facing camera, no camera at all whatsoever. Not a very useful iPod. You can use the Apple trade-in program. And what you have to do is you just take the printout that they send you. It comes with a QR code here. You take that to your FedEx location, and then they will actually pack it and ship it back to Apple. And in a few days, Apple will receive the device, and they will verify that it qualifies for the trade-in program and credit your Apple account with the money associated with it. So for instance, the iPhone 7 Plus is worth about $40 if Apple accepts the trade-in. And that 1st generation iPad Pro, the 12.9 inch, is worth $105. So you can go to that Apple trade-in website again to see what value that you can get from your old devices. Again, you're not going to get top dollar for it compared to selling it over Craigslist, eBay, or even a place like Gazelle, but you will get something for it and you can use that money towards the purchase of something else at Apple. Anyway, I'm waiting to hear back from Apple to see if they have accepted my 2 devices for trade-in. One more thing, I actually have an iPhone 10 right here that I was going to trade in. The value is about $70, I think. But I'm actually going to keep on holding on to this. And the reason is, as a developer, I need to make sure that my apps run on older operating systems. I tend to keep compatibility back a couple of versions, and we are just about to go into the iOS and iPadOS 18 world in a couple months, maybe actually even next month in September. But I'm going to keep this iPhone 10 because it only runs up to iOS 16. And so I want to have one physical device that I can still load up my software onto it. So if you're a developer and you have a lot of devices, go through the devices and see which ones you can trade in and which ones you should keep for development purposes. So for me, I have devices that go from iOS and iPadOS 15. I have a device that's iOS 16. I traded in that 12.9-inch iPad Pro, which only went up to iPadOS 16. And I have many devices that can run iOS and iPadOS 17 and the forthcoming 18. So that's it. Hope you've learned something about the trade-in program and that you can get a little bit money back from some of those old devices that you still have lying around the house. Hope this helps, and we'll see you in the next video.